Okay, so what I want us to try to do is to try to find the current going through this middle branch right here. So I've got this ridiculous circuit with all these resistors, and when you see something like this, the first thing you want to do is simplify, especially the stuff that's far away from the area you're looking at. And so I see right away I've got a 10 ohm and a 10 ohm in series right here, so I'm going to replace those with a 20 ohm. And that is in parallel with a 5 ohm resistor, and so I'm going to replace those with product over sum. So 20 times 5 over 20 plus 5 is 100 over 25 is 4 ohms. So I just turned all of this into one 4 ohm resistor. So we can redraw that. And right as I'm redrawing, I see another quick thing I can do. I have two resistors in parallel right here that are identical. If you have resistors in parallel that are identical, the equivalent resistance is half. So I can change these two 4 ohm resistors into a 2 ohm resistor. And this whole branch over here became one 4 ohm resistor. And I still have a 20 ohm resistor up here, and an 8 ohm resistor right there, and a 5 ohm resistor here, and a 100 volt voltage source, and I'm still looking for this current through that branch. Okay, now I see that I have these two in series and these two in series. So I will replace those. So this becomes a 10 ohm resistor, and this a 24 ohm resistor, and this 5 ohms, and this 100 volts. Now, it may not seem obvious right here that the 24 ohm resistor and the 10 ohm resistor are in parallel, because if I look at these two resistors, the 24 ohm resistor and the 10 ohm resistor, this side, that's connected, no element between them. This side, that's connected, no element between them. Whatever voltage this is at, say that's VA, and this is VB, these are at the same voltage. They're at the same voltage. They have to be in parallel. So I can replace this resistor and this resistor with product over sum. 10 times 24 over 34. Is 240 over 34, and I'm going to ask one of y'all to tell me what that is. All right. So 7.05 ohms, and now I have simplified my circuit all the way down to this. And I'm still looking for, I haven't done anything with this middle branch, that's supposed to be 100 volts. With this middle branch, I'm supposed to find the current through. But now, that current is equivalent to the current through a circuit that just has a resistance of 12.05. And so if I take, and I do want to be careful that I'm going in the right direction. So let me just look at this. So I've got 100 volts, 5 ohms, 7.05 ohms. I is drawn going this way. And if I is, will I be positive? Is this the direction the current is actually going to flow? Yes, it is. So at this point, I can just say V equals IR, because my voltage drop from right here and then going all the way around to right here is 100, and I is the current going through this branch. It's also the current going through this whole circuit, and R would be 12.05 So I would be 100 over 12.05 amps, whatever that is. So it would not quite as bad as it looked at first.